Alhamdulillah, today is the 31st of October. It's a Sunday, and Alhamdulillah, the contractor has managed to finish the rack. As you can see, we can put at least 3 or 4 pallets if we rearrange it properly, and that's more than enough for the time being in terms storage wise. So if I pan towards my rack, so over here, up here, later we're going to bring this beam down a little bit, and then we're going to put 2 beams. That means 2 level, one and then maybe one closer to the top for our stock storage area. So it's a lot of space. If it's not enough, then that becomes a very, very good problem, which I will think about when the time comes. Another thing that is being done, as you can see behind me right here, the guys who are the gate guys installing the fence, and they've encountered some problems yesterday. Apparently, I wasn't here, but apparently as I mentioned to you before, the flooring of this place is really horrible, right? It's so uneven. So basically, it was difficult for them to make sure that everything is level, because at the top of the fence there's one frame, right? So the frame is straight, but if the ground is not straight, then there's a problem in fitting in the fences, because there are six of these which are foldable, and so they've tried they did some modification, and today they're just going to finish up the job. There's one more thing that they need to do, which is also the back, and hopefully at the back they won't encounter the same problem. But if they do, at least they have experience from installing the front fence. I've already accepted a few appointments for people to come here. I think we're pretty much there already. So a little bit of a mess, I don't think it won't hurt anybody. I'll probably make an official announcement soon, inshallah. But we'll see how it goes after today. Okay guys, today is Wednesday, 3rd of November. As you can see behind me is the gate, the fence in front of the shop. It's not yet done. There's a few things left that needs to be done in terms of getting everything fixed in and installed properly. So the boys are going to come probably this weekend to finish up the job. They're struggling, but I think they should be able to complete the job by this weekend. And as you can see, this ladder behind me here, that's the aircon guy. So they're fixing the aircon upstairs, and they should be done by today. So everything is already cleaned up, and it's just a matter of connecting or fixing or installing the aircon upstairs. Today is Monday, November 8th, and as you can tell that in this episode it has stretched for maybe 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks. So it's taken that long to get things done. Right behind me is the fence, the gate, or whatever you want to call it. So it was just completed last night, and so I guess it's okay. It's not really happy with it. I think the workmanship is not so good, but and also the time that it took to finish the job is too long, and they haven't even started with the fence or the gate at the back. So that's probably another 1 or 2 days, I assume, because it took a really long time to just get this done. But that's not through their own fault 100%, because the way that this building was built, the frames, the walls, they are all crooked, bent like every which way. So they had to do a lot of modification to the gate to make sure that it fits and that it doesn't wobble, and that it can close properly, close and open properly, you know. But I guess you get what you pay for. And that's probably the whole story of this whole project Zealfit 2.0. There are certain things that I paid a bit more. I think there are certain things that I paid a bit too much, but overall, I suppose, you know, I can't complain much. As you can see here, we've got the shutter all rolled up, and we can close this door, and basically we can get all the ventilation that we need to the showroom, and people can just access through that door if I open it from inside, or they can just access it from this door, which is the main door. Not too sure whether you can see this, but if you look at the spacing between this particular fence or door with the beam, and you can see that there's no spacing here, but there's some spacing over there. So that's why they have to do a lot of modification just to make sure that everything fits, you know. But that's not their fault. FYI, what I'm going to do with this particular panels is to stick my logo. So you'll see Zealfit across these panels. Similarly, from the inside, you're going to have my Zealfit logo here, and also Eleco logo right at the end, right on the other side. So if you can imagine, if we have a competition right here, you're going to have a backdrop of Zealfit and Eleco. I really have to say this though, the design is pretty bad, despite the problems of the building itself. I mean, how it was built and how the floors are uneven, how the structure is uneven. But this thing itself is, I have had a problem with latching this, and the door wouldn't close properly. So what I had to do was that I had to open this part and then close both this and this door together to make sure that we get all the latch inside the hole properly. As you can see, the latch is customized. One is longer than the other, and you can see that one is set higher than the other one. And when I try to fold this, it's not easy. It doesn't retract smoothly, and it's a bit cumbersome. I literally have to move each frame, each door, to get it to fold. You know, there are wheels down there, but it's not very helpful. But like I mentioned, you get what you pay for. Now we're going to the back where my other contractor, who used to be my part-time staff, so he actually did some work at the back. He installed the a metal door where we keep our tires, and I think he is doing a very good job. Although that's his part-time job, that is not his business, right? And I really appreciate what he has done, and I think he has done a good job in that sense. So he used the material from the old showroom. Do you remember the mezzanine floor that I had? And he used that to construct that particular door, which I'm going to show you. If you notice, this place has been cleaned up as well. My part-time staff, let's call him Alam. He actually cleared out the table that I had here. I wanted to have my workbench here, but I decided to buy a new one, a proper one. So the table that was there is now moved over here temporarily. As you can see, we only have one tire in here right now, but that's also temporary. We plan to put it outside so that we can clear that particular space. Up top, as you already know, we are already keeping all the things that we are not going to use at all. So that will serve as a storage area for all the junks that I might accumulate over the next 3 years. Also, if you can look at our rack, is fully installed. So that is almost as high as the ceiling, and it goes up by I think about 4 meters or more. And Alhamdulillah, this reach truck can reach up to 4.5 meters, so we are good. So let's check out what Alam did outside. So that door right there was done by him. So yesterday what he did was he did all the mounting and also the hinges of the door. In here we keep our 2 tires and also the scaffolding. So right there what we're going to do is that we're going to clean that thing up, and then Alam is probably going to fix this frame to the wall so that it becomes another storage space where we can put the other tire in. I think this is it for this particular episode. I'm not going to drag it any longer. I think it's been a couple of weeks already since we began the episode. I would say that we are about 95% done. There are just a few things left to be done. Like I mentioned, I need to put the sticker on the front gate. Secondly, I will call the cleaners to clean up this whole space. Upstairs, I really haven't done anything because I don't even go upstairs these days because I think I prefer to work downstairs. So I've given Alam the authority to do as he please and rearrange things as how he sees fit, because that's going to be a place where ideally where he would train his clients, and it's going to be a mostly weightlifting area. Although he can still do it here, but just thinking ahead, I'm hoping that by moving here, he's going to get a lot more customers, and once he has enough to conduct the class, I think it's best that he do it upstairs so that he has a private section for him to train his clients. So this particular episode will be the penultimate episode, and the next one that you'll see will be the final one where I will reveal the location of this place, although some of you already know where it is, but it doesn't matter. So next one, I'll summarize everything that I've done, everything that I've learned throughout this whole process. Hopefully you can tune into that particular episode. Until then, thank you again for watching this particular episode. If you liked it, please click the like button, and if you're new to this channel, do subscribe to our channel. We're going to have a lot more content, inshallah, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so whenever we have those contents up, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the last episode of Project Zealfit 2.0, inshallah. Bye guys.